Hi folks, Albert Chavez here, night host of Lane. I'm with Ulysses Baltazar. He is the owner of Sacramento Homes and Lifestyle in Sacramento, California. And he's also CEO of Mass Exposure, a digital software company in Sacramento as well. So anyways, we're here today because I really wanted to, you're hearing this buzz right now about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to sit down and interview him. He has a lot of knowledge about what's happening and how it's applying to him and his family and his company, as well as the real estate market. So I have some specific questions for him. We're going to get some good information and find out all about what he knows and pick his brain a little bit. So welcome.
No, of course.
I'm excited. I will tell you, so Ulysses and I met about a week ago, and he really got me excited about this phenomenon, I'm going to call it, and this not just a trend, but this growing industry that's impacting all of us. So I'm just as excited and I'm just as intrigued about the information that he knows. And so we're going to pick his brain, and feel free to reach out to him and myself if you have any questions. But bottom line is this, Ulysses, so we've heard this buzz happening, and you've been a proponent of it. I've been watching you all over Facebook. I've been watching your videos. You're doing classes on it. So tell me, what is Bitcoin?
Okay, so first and foremost, thank you everybody for tuning in, and thank you so much, Albert Chavez, for this opportunity. Okay, so Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin? It's been the biggest buzz. It's going to be the biggest buzz at the dinner table this Christmas and for many, many years to come. Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer payment system. Essentially, let's think simplistically right now how things are. For all of you guys that use Venmo, you can pay someone directly, right? And then for those who use PayPal, you can pay someone directly, right? But the difference between that is that, you on Venmo and on PayPal, you still have your bank account and your bank card still on there, right? And essentially your bank card is tied into your bank account, and then your bank account is where your funds are at, but the bank account actually belongs to the bank, whatever major bank that you have. What Bitcoin is doing is decentralizing the banking system. Now, I know that sounds kind of rough and very rogue and rebellious, but in reality, it decentralizes the banking system in the sense that you are your own bank. And by having a what's called a Bitcoin wallet, you essentially convert US dollar to a Bitcoin. Now you have it in your Bitcoin wallet. And if I want to pay you, basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be paying you directly with Bitcoin. It's not going to be going through a bank. It's not going to be going through some third party, PayPal, Venmo, or any type of systems like that. It's going to go directly from me to you in a matter of seconds. You have the funds in your account. No 2 to 3 day waiting system or anything like that.
Great.
Yeah.
Question on that. So what intrigued me about when I first started talking about this to Ulysses, what helped me is he basically told me, look, it's kind of like if you're going to Mexico and you're trying to convert your dollars into pesos.
Correct.
Or if you're trying to go to another country that has their type of currency.
Correct.
It's basically you're converting dollars into their currency.
Cryptocurrency.
So what Bitcoin is basically a different form of a trade of currency. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, it is indeed. It's a cryptocurrency. That's what it's called. Cryptocurrency. And essentially what you're doing is converting your US currency into cryptocurrency, and it being Bitcoin. Cool. Now there are many different type of Bitcoins. I don't know if that's what you're about to say.
That's my question.
Okay,
cool. So what is cryptocurrency, and tell us about what's going on with that and the different forms of cryptocurrency.
Okay, so in the cryptocurrency world right now, there's over 1,300 different type of cryptocurrencies, each one with its own unique feature. The most popular and the most talked about is the Bitcoin. Okay. Now, there is a little bit of misconception. They're all like Bitcoin Network, Bitcoin, and then all these other. Okay, so capital B, Bitcoin is the actual entire cryptocurrency network. And then lowercase b is the Bitcoins, okay, which are all the different type of cryptocurrencies inside the Bitcoin network, also known as the blockchain. So with that said, all these different type of cryptocurrencies that people are kind of investing in right now and doing all that, each one has its own different type of purpose. Ripple's designed for banking systems to be able to exchange money from one bank to another instantly through the Ripple net. cryptocurrency system. Bitcoin is the most popular worldwide right now, which is the most adapted one because it's the one that people are using for payments, for payment systems. Whether you go to a restaurant, you go to Target, Overstock.com, Amazon's going to be picking it up earlier in the year, where you're going to be able to pay with Bitcoin. And there are other different type of cryptocurrency payments depending on the merchant and what it is that they want.
What you're saying right now is what you're aware of and you know is that there are actually companies and industries right now that are accepting Bitcoin as payment.
Correct. Yeah, no, there is. There are tons of companies out there. Tiger Direct, Overstock.com.
Okay.
Those are companies that we know here in the United States that are accepting. You can buy Target gift cards with, with Bitcoin. They're also trialing that payment method. And then Amazon, it's speculation right now, but apparently they're in the work of accepting Bitcoin payments starting in 2018, at the beginning of 2018, along with a bunch of other merchants that are starting to sign up. Companies like Uber, Citibank, American Express have already signed contracts with Ripple, that currency, to also be a monetary exchange system and them exchanging. See, cryptocurrency is not like all of a sudden, well, how is it better than my US dollar? What cryptocurrency does, it eliminates completely the falsification, the forgery, the copying of monetary systems. Whenever you have a US dollar bill, there's no saying that somebody's not going to copy it. Or if you go deposit it into a bank, then make more money with it, by loaning it out to someone else on the funds that you deposit to the bank. There's a lot behind this and why it exists. But cryptocurrency is catching a quick nickname. It's called the honest currency because you can't spend what you can't have. You convert your hard money into cryptocurrency and you use it to pay bills and or buy stuff, products, services, and goods. And that's it. Bottom line, that's it. And at the same time, it's universal, or at least right now, worldwide universal, where most Japan, Europe, they've already adapted to this. They are using it on a daily basis as part of, you go get your nails done, you can pay with Bitcoin kind of thing. Cool. So
question. So
yes.
You're a real estate professional.
Indeed.
A mortgage lender. So one of the reasons why we're putting this video together is how is it going to affect our industry? So let me stop by there. So right now, in our industry, there's basically two forms of purchasing. You can pay all cash, or you can put a loan on it. That's pretty much your only option, right?
Right.
So what do you think, what is the need for you, or what is the opportunity that you see as a real estate agent to know about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin? What do you see that's happening right now, and why it's so important that we get the word out of what Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and how it can affect our business?
Okay, so from a real estate point of view, we're all entrepreneurs, right? If you either investing in real estate or you are someone that's selling it, you're an entrepreneur, okay? That's what we do. We deal with large amounts of money, helping people's transaction, all that. And how it's affecting our real estate industry, it's because, or the way that it's affecting our real estate industry is astronomical, because once again, Bitcoin is a form of currency and people are converting it. Now, the reason why it's very popular right now is because of how volatile it is. It's a currency, but people are not really using it right now to spend, to buy things. They're using it to make money off of it.
So they're letting it ride is what you're saying.
Exactly. Because Bitcoin is still finding its place in the world. Okay, it really is. And it's just one of those things where with Bitcoin finding its place in the world right now, it's, how can I say, people are adapting to it. People are getting very, very, what is that word? They're becoming educated on the process. They're becoming educated on exactly what Bitcoin is and how it can be used on a daily basis and all that. And what's happening is that a lot of people are making a lot of money off of it because, a year ago, it was $1,000 for like a Bitcoin. Right now, it's 16,000 all the way up to 20,000 within the last week. So it's very volatile, but it's obviously increased tremendously. So everybody's initial investment has gone up. So for those in real estate, it's like, hey, I got $1,000, I'm going to spend it, on some Bitcoin and see where it goes. Now they got $20,000, and now they're like, oh crap, now I have enough for a down payment to buy a house, and something that they didn't think about before. And now it's one of those things where people are cashing out their Bitcoin to buy real estate, or vice versa. I'm pretty sure you're going to get to it. People that are wanting to accept Bitcoin as a form of payment for them selling their house.
One of the things why the discussion is so important is when Ulysses and I talked last week, one of the questions they asked me is, so as a lender, how are lenders going to accept Bitcoin currency? How are they going to, and I had to take, step back, and I'm like, I'm not really sure. So I posed that to my broker and the lenders I work with. And so here's the bottom line. The bottom line is, Bitcoin is a currency. It's a cryptocurrency. However, the industry hasn't accepted it as a form of payment and a loan. So what they're asking us is, as long as we can show that Bitcoin or that cryptocurrency converted into cash, into a bank account that can be sourced, then they'll be able to use funds. So why this topic is really, really important is because you, if you're a real estate investor, you, if you're a Bitcoin investor, you, if you're someone who's looking at, hey, what can I do with this Bitcoin stock or this Bitcoin currency? How can I utilize it to buy real estate? We're telling you that there's an option. And the option discussion is if you have it, yes, it's available to convert into cash or a liquid fund. And that's why the discussion is so important, because if you are an investor who is, selling your Bitcoin stock, if you want to call it, and you've just made $100,000, right? You can convert that into cash, which is a bank account, and then we can get you a loan, or we can get you real estate, or you can convert to cash. You can buy real estate.
Correct.
And that's why we're talking about this.
Correct. Yeah. Exactly. And that's one of the biggest key things right now that is happening. Okay, so we got somebody in Davis, California, that just bought a house with Bitcoin. Okay, essentially what it was is they did that. An investment that they did 3-4 years ago in Bitcoin, and bought it at an X amount of price. Obviously, it's increased in value over these last couple of years. So specifically in this last year, it's gone over 2,000%, up over 2,000%, and it's been one of those things where people are just kind of like, crap, well, I want to cash out. I didn't expect to have this type of money, and now they're converting it back to US dollar and taking those funds and, buying a house. Right. I know one of the biggest key things has been that, as a lender, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys need money to be seasoned sometimes. Correct. You guys got to know where the money came from, right? Right? And if I'm correct, I think there is now a way that you guys are now handling that obviously instead of someone having to wait, 2-3 months for their money to be in their bank account, you guys can now take just a simple transaction report of you converted it from Bitcoin to cash to US dollar, and simply show that report when you converted it back to US dollar, and that's
right.
Enough,
So
right?
actually, I invested in it, just to let you know. So I have a Chase account. Cool. I have a Chase account, and so what I did is, so I'd be a perfect candidate for this. But it's real easy. From my phone, I literally transferred money to buy into Bitcoin, and so that transaction history will show a debit from my account. Okay. And then when we turn it back to cash, the transaction history will be there. So it doesn't need to be seasoned because it already came from a institution where we can trace. All lenders want to know is the money traceable and can it be sourced, right? And obviously, can you document? Those are the same synonymous words. So yes, it's really easy. It's not. I mean, super easy. So. And that's the purpose of the video, is really to get the word out and to get everybody just acknowledge or just knowledge about the process. We're not here to sell you. We're here to basically talk about the topic that's out there. It's a topic of conversation. It's growing. Is it going away? In my opinion, no. So, in closing, where do you foresee 2018 in cryptocurrency, and why is it so important for people to at least have knowledge of this information?
Okay, so 2018, right now, Bitcoin has been the increase of value has been all because of speculation. the amount of people that are adapting to it, adopting it, and putting it into use. I want to say that the bigger percentage of users, of Bitcoin users right now, are investors, people that are looking to make money off of it. So where do I see it going for 2018? I think that Bitcoin is still going to be on the rise as it becomes more adopted by people. And at the same time, merchants they want to make money too. So, I mean, prime example, if I walk into a store and I have nothing but Bitcoin and I say, hey, do you accept Bitcoin? I'd like to buy this shirt or a sandwich or something. And they say, no, we don't accept Bitcoin. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, all I have is Bitcoins. And they walk away. You just lost a client. So what is that merchant going to do? They're going to get smart. They're going to be like, whoa, we're losing business. We need to adapt, because what have we been taught in this industry? What have we been taught in any industry? If you don't adapt to innovation, you die. Adapt or you die. Yeah. And it's one of those things where that's what 2018 is going to do. The amount of adaptation that the businesses are going to start doing that. Yeah. They're going to start accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment, especially all of those that are getting really, really rich off of it. They want to get that money. And then as far as for real estate goes, I think there's going to be more regulations that are going to probably start getting put into place in regards to how we're going to do it. As far as Bitcoin itself getting regulated, the whole purpose of it is that it's decentralized, that no one government, no one entity, no one person can control the Bitcoin network, the blockchain. As all these other cryptocurrencies come into play, some of them are somewhat centralized because it's an organization or a company, that like RippleNet, that is designed by a company. But as far as people having the ability to go buy Bitcoin and use Bitcoin and spend it however they like, I think that's going to always still be decentralized. There's going to be no regulations. When it gets converted, it can get converted back to US dollar. I believe that's what's going to start getting regulated. Capital gains, IRS already trying to figuring out a way that you're going to have to pay some type of capital gains. Just kind of winning like winning the lottery, You put in $1 and $1 million comes back out. I mean, you're going to have to pay capital gains on that. And they're figuring out, its place in the world, how they're going to use it. Obviously, a huge amount of percentage of consumers are jumping into this. So 2018... I want to say, like a friend of mine said, buckle up. It's going to continue to skyrocket. Should you get into it now? That's completely up to you. Yeah. Educate yourself on this. But it is very easy to use. It's not difficult. You just got to educate yourself. 2018 is going to be a year where Bitcoin will be like this year, 4K TVs was the thing. Next year, Bitcoin is going to be everywhere. Everybody's going to be in it. Real estate wise, going back to real estate, we're going to start seeing a tremendous amount of people that are going to want to use Bitcoin to buy real estate. Hey, I have X amount. And we're going to also see a giant percentage of people say that I will only accept Bitcoin as a form of payment. Miami, right? Miami. Yep. And then you said a bunch of other places, cities.
Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Florida, and California are basically the big states of the United States are coming through. Yeah. So, lastly, where can people get a hold of you if they have questions about real estate and or about your digital business? What's a good way to get a hold of you?
Okay, cool. So, digital. So for Mass Exposure, it is a digital marketing agency where we can help you with any and all your marketing digital needs. So we help with planning, not necessarily doing the stuff for you, but helping people get an understanding. Just like Bitcoin, Bitcoin and marketing is kind of almost one and the same, because Bitcoin is getting popular through social media, as hence your business too. So what we do with Mass Exposure is we help your online presence and your online reputation grow. So they know how to find you, and they know how to make sure that you're legit. For my real estate business, Sacramento Homes and Lifestyle, always here to help you with any of your real estate needs, whether you want to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. And as far as for Bitcoin, I am part of the Sacramento Bitcoin Experts group. You can find us on Facebook. Just look up the Sacramento Bitcoin Experts Facebook group. Go ahead and join. There we always mastermind. We always do classes. And if you want to call me directly and sit one-on-one and find out more about Bitcoin, what you can do, how to be safe, most importantly, give us a call at 916-548-2596 or visit my website, sacramentohomesandlifestyle.com, or look us up, Sacramento Bitcoin Experts.
Awesome. Well, that's all. I appreciate it, my man. That's
of course,
great
always a
information.
pleasure.
And again, Albert Chavez, Night Host of Lending. My contact is 916-230-1537. And we are here to help. So God bless. Have a great New Year's and Merry Christmas to you and your family. Take care.